right, Kevin, thank you very much. Coming up on AT&T at the half, a couple of automatic bids to the NCAA tournament are up for grabs. Clark and Seth will talk about that and more after this message and a word from your local station.
You're watching NCAA basketball on CBS. CBS Sports presents AT&T at the half. AT&T, giving you more for your college basketball thing.
We are at halftime in Las Vegas. Utah State with a 2-point lead, 34-32 over San Diego State. Welcome to AT&T at the half. Greg Gumbel, Clark Kellogg, Seth Davis. One of these teams is 20 minutes away from an NCAA tournament bid, and they're playing like it.
They really are. I mean, we thought this was going to be a game that was really competitive, a knockdown, drag-out type of an affair because of how San Diego State plays defense. Been a terrific game, worthy of a championship in terms of how well and how hard these teams have played. And for San Diego State, for Utah State, it's about getting other guys involved in the offense. Sam Merrill is their top player and scorer, but Abel Porter had a strong first half here tonight, and that's going to be key because it's a team game. You need multiple contributors. He scores and he assists, and he's got 10 points along with Sam Merrill. Merrill's got 9, and then Cada has 10 for Utah State in that first half.
Yeah, I think there are a few nervous bubble teams around the country because they realize how evenly matched this game is and that San Diego State really can win the basketball game. And I think for San Diego State, it was very critical that Jalen McDaniels got to the halftime locker room still with only those 2 fouls. So he only has 4 points. His playing time is a little bit limited. They need to do a better job on the defensive backboards. They've given up 7 offensive rebounds, and that really is Utah State's strengths. But San Diego State is right there, a couple of buckets from McDaniels, tighten up that rebounding, and they could be stealing some dreams, if you will.
All right, 2-point game with the second half upcoming. Lots of tournament conference action today. Let's get right to the highlights. The SWAC is up for grabs. Texas Southern and Prairie View.
And Texas Southern started fast. That's Devakio Butler knocking it down. It was back and forth, back and forth. Here we go. That's Jeremy Combs getting the hoop and harm. But Prairie View, these guys are active and aggressive. A lot of pressure defensively that leads to open court opportunities. That's Blackston laying it up and in at the half. It's a 4-point game.
In the Big 12 championship game, Seth, Kansas trailing.
Yeah, out in Kansas City, you can see Quentin Grimes got that block and then going to finish it at the other end. Nice play there by the freshman. Missed the free throw, but towards the end of the first half here, guys, have been all Iowa State. Kansas went the last 6+ minutes without scoring a field goal, and they have 0 points outside the paint. That was the sophomore Lindell Wigginton for Iowa State. The Cyclones really pulled away there over those last 6 minutes, and they're in control.
Clark, Villanova looking for a 3rd straight tournament championship.
Yeah, both of these teams headed to the NCAA tournament. There you see a deep 3 from Miles Powell for Seton Hall. This kid's going to be some kind of player. Sadiq Bey, only a freshman, but he's got a ton of game. Then Quincy McKnight found Romero Gill for the dunk. For Villanova, that's Pascal right to the rim. Experienced 5th-year seniors, he and Booth leading the way.
And Seth, this is the American semis, Wichita State and Cincinnati.
Yeah, and Greg Marshall's Shockers trying to keep their NCAA tourney hopes alive. They will not get in at large, so the only way to do it is to steal someone else's dream. Fortunately for bubble teams, Cincinnati's so far taking care of business. You saw Kane Broom with the shot, nice dunk there by Jamarius Burton, but the Bearcats right now lead it by 5.
Yeah, good little surge to start that second half. Here was a good one. The Vols and the Wildcats. That's a hoop for P.J. Washington and the foul, but Grant Williams going to help lead Tennessee down the stretch to a come-from-behind W, but not sealed yet as P.J. Washington gets the follow-up. This did it, though. Lamonte Turner puts the Vols up 4, and they cruised and held on from there.
So here's a look at the teams that have already secured a spot in the NCAA tournament. All that will be left for us tomorrow is to tell you where they're going and who they're playing. The wait is almost over. Tomorrow, we will reveal the entire 68-team tournament field and break down the brackets on the NCAA Basketball Championship Selection Show. That's live at 6 Eastern Time here on CBS. AT&T at the half continues after this. Two more teams are punching their tickets to the NCAA tournament tomorrow here on CBS in a battle of the Saints. St. Louis and St. Bonaventure meet in the Atlantic 10 Championship, 1 Eastern Time. Then the Battle of Michigan, the Big Ten final featuring the Wolverines taking on the Spartans. In the Atlantic 10, Clark, Rhode Island had this game until St. Bonaventure rose up and took it away from them.
Boy, they really turned the water off. Defensively, they got into them. And then the 3 freshmen did a terrific job when you talk about Lofton, Welch, and Oceane. Those guys combined for 46 points, shot a high percentage, but it was defensively where things really turned in that second half. They were down 15 at one point, Greg, won by 17. So what kind of turnaround is that? It's 32 points.
All right.
Yeah.
In the Big Ten, Seth, last time Michigan and Michigan State played, terrific basketball game. No reason to expect anything other than that.
Yeah, well, Michigan State beat them twice in the course of the regular season, and certainly, both these teams want to win this game tomorrow. But long term for the NCAA tournament, getting healthy is very important. So Charles Matthews for Michigan and Nick Ward for Michigan State, who we thought at one point may have been done for the year, both those guys back and playing. And those 2 wins that the Spartans had, Cassius Winston was awesome. He's really banged up, and Xavier Simpson, the Michigan point guard, is a great defensive guard. It's really incumbent on him to keep Winston in check. I like the Wolverines tomorrow.
All right, that is tomorrow. Tonight, a spot in the NCAA tournament awaits. The second half of San Diego State and Utah State coming up right after this.
Thank you for watching AT&T at the Half. AT&T, giving you more for your college basketball thing.